Well, Newcastle have had plenty of time to prepare for this match. Liverpool, not quite so much. But Roy Evans is at least able to name an unchanged side. They did leave Old Trafford on Sunday with injury worries about both Mark Wright and Neil Ruddock, but both were past fit this morning. So it is indeed the identical side to Sunday's semi-final lineup. Kevin Keegan kept Newcastle's plans under wraps until about an hour ago. Much speculation about change. He's not been short of advice from all quarters, but in the event, one alteration. Warren Barton, who was substituted after a below-par performance at Arsenal, loses the right-back spot to Steve Watson. Watson, the scorer of those winning goals in both this season's successes over Liverpool.
Mike Reid refereed the match up at St James's Park in the Premiership in November, which Newcastle won by 2-1 against the run of play. So both camps agree that the Coca-Cola Cup tie here in November was justly settled. Newcastle deserved to win at Anfield that night. It's Liverpool who really have to win at Anfield here tonight, otherwise they'll need both Uniteds to falter over the next few weeks. Newcastle, and I think Kevin Keegan would be the first to admit it, need above all to avoid defeat. A win would do very nicely. It has been a long wait, 11 days for Newcastle to get back in action. The manager didn't mince his words at Highbury, but that defeat apart, Newcastle feel they've been playing well enough during this disappointing run of results. Just 4 points from the last 15 available. An early touch for Steve Watson. Comes off Ruddock. Scales having to provide just a little bit of depth there against Asprilla. Beardsley. And it's over to corner. Offside of Scales.
You mentioned the lack of action in the last 11 days, but what a response they got from the manager got from them when they played West Ham, Martin. It was a blistering performance at St James's. They'll be looking for that type of performance again here tonight. Well, it certainly looked another corner.
It wasn't the best piece of defending.
No.
That Liverpool have ever put together from a set play. Newcastle, who conceded an early goal from a corner at Arsenal last time out.
Well, it dropped very low, and really the only thing it saved Liverpool was they had no one attacking the ball at the near post, Newcastle. It did look to cannon off a Liverpool player, but Mike Reid obviously didn't think so.
Scales. Just how much will the semi-final and the general sense of Liverpool euphoria have taken out of Roy Evans' men? The manager certainly has tried to instill the right sort of belief in his players, and they produced the classic start. Who's got it? You can guess it. It's Robbie Fowler inside 2 minutes, and Newcastle are behind to Liverpool's first attack.
And what an awful lot he owes to two people. Rob Jones' wonderful touch. This is a great sweeping pass, but watch Jones here. Lovely cushion ball, and then this is all about Collymore. Shrugs off a challenge. What a ball that is. But I have to say, Martin, it's a simple header, and it's pretty poor marking. Robbie Fowler just gets himself in an area. The marking is non-existent. And for someone like Robbie Fowler, well, this is bread and butter. This is practice ground stuff. It's just nod of the head, and his team are 1-up.
Well, we talked on Sunday about a fantastic record that he had against Aston Villa. It's not been so good against Newcastle. Just 1 in 6 prior to tonight. But in this vein of form, Fowler absolutely irresistible. But all credit to Stan Collymore. He's had a couple of quiet games for Liverpool recently. Substituted at Nottingham Forest and at Old Trafford on Sunday. But a brilliant piece of play from him on the left. He's made so many of Fowler's goals this season, and the latest one, well, it's a real dagger into the heart of Newcastle United.
This will test them. This is a real test, Martin.
Collymore. Past Beardsley. Fowler played it back against Beardsley.
Pity, if they kept it going the other way, McAteer was in acres on the right-hand side. The one thing Newcastle mustn't do is be reckless in the next 5 or 10 minutes and lose another.
Here's Rob Lee. Batty. Schimmer in the centre. Albert. Watson holding it right back to give them an avenue into a wider position. Rob Jones trying to get to him quickly. Watson slipping and stumbling, and the ball eventually going out for a Liverpool throw. Quickly taken to Barnes. Ruddock. Now Asprilla. Barnes just got it back past his great friend Peter Beardsley, a great friend off the field, great enemy tonight. Ferdinand. That's a terrific effort and very calm handling. There was a bit of swerve latish on in that shot for David James to deal with.
But I think what we saw before that, Martin's a little cameo of what Newcastle have got to do. It was great pressure on Liverpool players in that last third. I think if they learned anything from Aston Villa, Kevin Keegan learned anything from Aston Villa at the weekend, that Villa's best spell in that game was when they really did pressurise Liverpool and make them play at pace in their own half. And I think we've seen already signs of that they're going to put pressure on. If the back three, who are so comfortable with the ball, it's Ruddock, Scales and Wright, want to pass it, then they're going to be under an awful lot of pressure early, I think.
Collymore was a bit lucky. Fowler not enough on the pass to get him away. He was looking for a runner to the right who was McManaman. Howie. Well, we've talked all season long about Newcastle conceding goals to headers from the opposition. And another one tonight. Up on Tyneside, they've been saying over the past few days, well, Robbie Fowler didn't get a goal against us in the 2 matches in November. Surely he's due. Their worst fears realised within 2 minutes at Anfield tonight.
And that's what they've got to be careful with. The same thing doesn't happen to them that happened to Aston Villa when you and I were sat here not so long ago. 8 minutes into the game and Villa were basically out of it.
Ferdinand. The referee decided there was an infringement to be punished in the jump. It was a confident run and shot by Ferdinand, who was caught up in a general lethargy when Newcastle played their last match at Arsenal. But since then, of course, he's been voted the Players' Player of the Year, and he's played and scored for England. Howie, another member of Terry Venables' team last Wednesday night. Beresford, who might have joined Liverpool but was turned down on medical grounds, an ankle problem. That's a marvellous throw by James, Schmeichel-like to Collymore. Howie's the defender with a problem. Watson. Ginola. Mark Wright's gone across. That's a favoured move from Ginola to work in from the left onto his right foot. Well, it's only 7 minutes gone, and they're wrapped up in the tension of it all, coupled with the desolation of seeing the side they adore, the Toonami, concede such an early goal here in such an important match. McManaman. Now Barnes.
Now they're getting one part of the pressing right sometimes, Newcastle, Martin, but they're not all doing it as a unit at the moment.
Collymore. Batty almost leaving an imprint of McAteer on the soft turf around the centre circle. McAteer quickly back on his feet. Nicely done by Albert. Batty. Despite the results not being to Newcastle's liking, the Newcastle management have been very pleased with the form individually of the two newcomers, Batty and Asprilla.
Well, I know David Batty realises that the importance for Newcastle fans and the team to have actually gone on and winning the title. I just wonder if Faustina Asprilla realises the importance of the games he's playing in at this particular moment in time. Has that got through to him yet?
I think that desire up on Tyneside translates pretty easy. Kevin Keegan will hope it does. Asprilla has been back to Colombia for an international since he last played for Newcastle. Here he is, past Ruddock. Ferdinand turns and scores!
What skill from the Colombian. What brilliant ability. And that's why Kevin Keegan's invested in him. Looked to be going nowhere. Past Neil Ruddock, left him for dead. Watch this. Ruddock faces him up. Through the legs it goes. He's dead. He can't tackle him now. But this is a great finishing from Ferdinand. He's only got about half a yard to aim in. Whether Matt Wright will feel he didn't close him quick enough or close enough. But it's one touch and he pulls the trigger in. It's the pace in the shot that beats David James. Straight above him, but the pace is there. What a game we've got in store now.
Well, the two big hitters, if you like, have landed major blows inside the opening 10 minutes. Ferdinand replying after Fowler had opened the scoring for Liverpool. And the two players honoured by their fellow professionals recently as the player and the young player of the year, living up to their billing, as is the match. Ruddock with a free kick. No challenge on Cernicek.
You have to say it was a great response from Newcastle United to losing that goal in 2 minutes. Cleared their heads really quickly and responded brilliantly.
Did Asprilla answer your question then?
No one's ever doubted his ability.
Howie. Now McManaman. Newcastle press again.
This is good. This is what I was talking about, Martin, but that pressure. Now they've won the ball. Well, Peter's given it away, but they won the ball high up the pitch. And I think that's something that Villa showed teams that they might be able to do against Liverpool. It really does test your ability and your confidence in passing.
And of course it adds to the possibilities of Liverpool perhaps passing the ball around them and breaking themselves. Gino's cross. There are plenty forward for Newcastle here. Asprilla well aware of Watson arriving down the right. And James in difficulties. Liverpool trying to pass it out of their own penalty area. Batty. That was a ball with a good exploratory look to it from Steve Watson from the right-hand side. Rob Lee was attacking it in the centre. Now Ginola down the Newcastle left. Jones. Redknapp and Barnes getting in each other's way, and that really again caused by the attitude and aggression of Newcastle in midfield. Mike Reid has...
Well, a little unlucky, you know, he's frustrated.
He stopped it for the foul off the ball.
I think he feels as if there was a free kick, but he made
the other way.
He made a lovely run, and the ball was played through to him beautifully. There it is again, great pressure.
From Ferdinand this time. Asprilla's got his concentration back, and Beardsley is there.
That was a lovely ball. Super ball from Beardsley. Can ask no more than to get a ball faced across the 6-yard box like that. What a tempo this game's been played on.
Redknapp. Collymore had come in from the left, taking Watson with him, allowing the space for Jones. And Steve Watson helped out by Rob Lee. Ferdinand. That's great play in the control and the pass for Ginola. He's run beyond McAteer. 2-1 to Newcastle. David Ginola.
Well, I think we all thought he wasn't being caught. The only question he had to answer was, could he finish a blistering break out of defence to attack? McAteer's ahead. I said that might be an area they tried to get the ball in. They've got it into him. We wondered, could he finish? My goodness, he didn't have finish. Great vision from Les Ferdinand. And this is no easy finish, but he keeps his cool. That's a wonderful slot from the Frenchman. What an absolute brilliant start we've had to the game.
Well, a superb season coming to a great crescendo as we approach the climax. And two teams with strong title ambitions producing here a top quality opening quarter of an hour. We haven't even had that yet. We've had 3 goals. First for Liverpool, and a championship quality response from Newcastle United. First Ferdinand scored the equaliser, and then his great play sent Ginola through to put Newcastle into the lead.
And that end bad opening 15 minutes with twice as many attempts at goal as Liverpool. How's that for hitting the target? 100%.
Well, Newcastle might have been fearing the worst when Robbie Fowler got his head to that tremendous Collymore cross. Now it's Liverpool who are on the back foot. And a reward for the approach. Kevin Keegan talking about the time that Newcastle have had to spend on the training ground. The goals have been beautifully worked, but the general level of team play and the aggression to go and get the ball from one of the best passing sides around. And well, that wasn't really a forced error, but there are errors, far too many for Roy Evans and Ronnie Moran. Most of them forced by this pressing that Newcastle are putting into place so well. Barnes. Redknapp. Here's Mark Wright. Redknapp preferred again to Michael Thomas, as he was in the semi-final. Ruddock. There's a bit of entrenchment going on by Newcastle at the moment, just making sure nothing slips straight away.
Well, what they're doing is when they can't put the pressure on Mark, they're just dropping back, like I suggested they might, got 2 banks of 4 and making it difficult. They're a little unlucky there. David Batty went committed to winning it and didn't.
This Redknapp shot!
I thought that was it. Well, he went to win it, David Batty. But bypassed him. Well, he doesn't have to pull the trigger here, Jamie Redknapp. They just back off, back off. It's a long, long way out. And he's very, very close to bringing Liverpool back on level terms.
Barnes. Here's McManaman. Just to try and tease it in behind Beardsley, who's been asked once more to work the right-hand side without being a slave to the touchline. It's this area of the Newcastle team that has provoked most comment. With Keith Gillespie a substitute again tonight. And Kevin Keegan trying to accommodate all his cast of experienced players from around the world. Gillespie, of course, an international in his own right with Northern Ireland. McAteer, who didn't face Ginola in the 2 matches in the autumn between these 2 clubs. Rob Jones was on that side then.
What's happening at times on the left is when Jason McAteer wants to go forward, and David Ginola's just letting him go, he run on to John Beresford. And because the 3 centre-backs are so concerned with the 2 strikers, Ferdinand and Asprilla, Ginola is finding himself with an awful lot of space.
Well, it is a free kick in favour of McAteer, but he's having a difficult start to the game. So much has gone right for him since he came here from Bolton. When Kevin Keegan was asked about changing the formation of the team, he was very adamant that, apart from the individual swap at right back, that he wasn't going to compromise. Goal kick.
Well, if anyone wanted a little example of the determination in this Newcastle side tonight, only had to look at when Stan Collymore picked up the ball. He was absolutely surrounded with black and white shirts, one of them being the Newcastle centre-forward, who just shepherded the ball out for a goal kick. They're up for it.
And for all the credit to Kevin Keegan for the development of Newcastle United, who were in some disarray as a club when he took over as manager over 4 years ago now. He is not a man who has ever been satisfied with coming second. He wants the title, and he wants it with a burning desire. And his players are matching the manager's ambition to this point. But Liverpool may well yet have another say here tonight. They've got to, otherwise, well, they could finish this game realistically out of the race.
I think if they lose it, they are out of it. And I think they know that.
Ferdinand. And Newcastle have got the goals from a fast start tonight that they didn't get against Manchester United at St James's Park. But McManaman. Well, Albert looked at the ball, he didn't pay any attention to McManaman trying the trick, dropping the shoulder.
Yeah, he won a big tackle, edge of the box. He had to take the ball, he did so.
Redknapp. James coming in a few yards. And Beardsley was late, and it's a booking for Peter Beardsley. Free kick taken not to the referee's liking by Redknapp. The name hadn't been recorded. Tackle from behind. And even if you're Peter Beardsley, you get booked for it. Redknapp will supervise the free kick. Collymore. Oh, it's come for Fowler! Might have just seen a little gap low to Srnicek's right. If he did see it, he couldn't quite find it.
I think he saw it, but again, the disarray here as anything comes across. They're really a little bit at sea with their marking again. It was a little unfortunate, Robbie, that got stuck under his feet.
That's a mistake by Batty. Sorry. And Redknapp hit the shot so quickly, and he had to come back to the action. Liverpool have a corner. Halfway through the first half. Redknapp will take the corner. Back in his direction and beyond by Lee. Redknapp again. Beardsley. Well, it went for Newcastle off Ruddock for Aspria. Hales having to move into the sprint. Barnes. McManaman. Now Jones. Collingwood wanting to get closer.
Great tackle. Absolutely spot on. It looked as if it was a free kick because 2 or 3 bodies went there. But I tell you what, he didn't half win that well, Steve Watson.
Beresford. And McAteer finds Ginola elusive again. It's Fowler there to try and help him out. Still Ginola. He's chasing back, whether he's also just chasing towards the referee as well. As we've pointed out before, sometimes his reputation goes against him. This is Beardsley. Liverpool gave it away close to the edge of their own penalty area again. Talk about an important match. It's an inspiring match as well. And Newcastle United have a corner. Well, that's brilliantly taken by David James. The ball really at a high point.
Yeah, you'd expect him to come edge of 6-yard box. Come for them all day, David James.
Redknapp.
This has really sizzled this game.
Barnes. McManaman to the left this time. Jones. Ruddock. Barnes. Oh, and whether Barnes was expecting Redknapp to do something else, he certainly wasn't running for the return in that area. He's got it back again. McManaman had a look to see where Jones was before the ball arrived, just as well he did, because it was Jones who kept it in play in the end. Trying to take it on behind Watson. It's a corner. Taken quickly. Newcastle not really solid at the back. Ruddock bounced up too high for him. Reclaiming done by McManaman. That's well played. And he's paid a price for it, Steve McManaman. He outskilled David Batty then. Batty didn't pull out. That's the consequence. Just a dainty little touch.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's a body check more than anything.
Yes, I meant the dainty touch was on the ball, not on McManaman.
He'll have no arguments with that, Batty. He's got to be, sorry Matt, he's got to be careful now. The way that they've played this opening 26 minutes, Newcastle, they've got to put pressure on the ball. They're going to commit themselves to tackles. None more so than David Batty, and he's just got to be careful he doesn't miss time another one.
McManaman momentarily, Liverpool will hope, off the pitch. Redknapp swings in the free kick. Beresford's header goes straight to Fowler, and that could have been a very costly mistake.
Well, what did that remind you of? Steve Staunton going up, nodding it back post, Fowler dropping off, ball onto his chest.
The semi-final with 5 minutes to go.
Correct. On that time, he buried it, the far corner, but what good pressing from Philippe Albert, I think it was.
Another Liverpool corner. Ruddock. McManaman is back on. Launched forward by Batty. McManaman. This is the area in which Newcastle are making Liverpool look uncertain. Players who like to have time on the ball and be tidy in their approach play and passing. Not been given that time. Right. Coming forward with some authority though. Fowler pulling Howie with it. Collymore in the centre. This is Barnes. Newcastle regrouping. Jones can help it on for McManaman. Barnes. Throw something off Fowler. Liverpool wanted a free kick, it wasn't forthcoming. Ginola robbed by Ruddock. And then getting it back from Lee. Aspria's offside.
Just good defending, Scales and Wright. Got it, worked it very well, good communication. Ginola coming through, look at Mark Wright, gives his crawl, Scales stands his ground, Wright steps out, it's good defending.
Ruddock, the ball is high off the ground, the foot raised. Aspria. Well, Jones was always coming second in that particular chase, and in fact he's been penalised. Newcastle have the free kick. Might have been an advantage stop then by that blast on the whistle. Newcastle trying to put the free kick to some use and press Liverpool in again. It's Redknapp.
That's well played, Martin, again. That's super play, it really is. The question that you ask yourself is, can they do it for 90 minutes? It's asking a tremendous amount of your players physically to do what they're doing, particularly the midfield area. And I'm sure at 2-1 up, they'll just continue to do it. They'll run on fresh air if they need to.
Well, what they do have, surely the fresher legs. Now, whether that will sustain the policy, as you say, through the 90 minutes. Aston Villa gave Liverpool such a hard game on Sunday.
Yeah.
Certainly Liverpool were flattered by the 3-0 margin in the end. McManaman. Redknapp. Barnes. Redknapp. Trying to hit it with the outside of the right foot and give it a real sense of swerve.
Well, it gives us a little opportunity to have another look at that wonderful pass from Les Ferdinand outside of the foot. There's McAteer ahead of Ginola, as he has been occasionally tonight. But from then on, it was all about the quality of Ginola on his left side.
Aspria, who still has charges to answer, of course, with the FA about use of arms against Manchester City.
I think he's a little unlucky. If you look at John Scales and him, I think it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. And I think he's a little bit unlucky to be penalised there.
Beardsley defending the right-hand side. That's some kick from Cernicek. Scales. That's a thoughtful header from McManaman. Collymore. Now they're trying to get free in the centre, and Newcastle defending really with numbers as much as anything. Robley. Ferdinand there first against Wright. Beresford. Ginola to confront McAteer. He's got past him rather easily from the Liverpool point of view. Another Premiership game tonight at Elland Road involving Southampton in the relegation positions, but it's 0-0 there at half-time. Wasn't 0-0 for long here at Anfield. Robbie Fowler sorted that, but since then it's gone blacker for Liverpool and rosier for the team in black and white. Aspria. Beardsley given licence to work in from the right-hand side, and his natural game takes him in there. McManaman, whose natural game takes him all over the place. But when you perform under the sort of pressure that Newcastle are applying, sorry to keep labouring that point, but they're certainly making Liverpool labour in midfield. It's a key factor in the way the game has developed to this point. There's a bit of wrestling between two strong men. Neil Ruddock and Les Ferdinand, free kick to Liverpool. Barnes. And setting off. Now he covers. Barnes. Collymore. It's a bright idea. Towards Fowler.
They've looked better. They've looked better organised, the back four. You look at that picture there, they're not bad at all. Apart from that opening cross, Collymore with a little slack. The back four have worked well together so far.
Ginola. Aspria took it away from right. Scales header only back to Aspria again. Now can he find Ferdinand? Well, it's deflected away. Ferdinand was on his toes, as he has been right from the first whistle.
It's a very good run from Les Ferdinand. He just shifts this and whips it. Takes a flick there, I think it's marked right at the near post, but Ferdinand's run had taken him in advance of his markers. It was a really good run.
Towie.
Well, Kevin Keegan said he wouldn't change his philosophy, his policy. I think that says it all.
Well, like all policies, if it's a winning one, it's a wonderful one.
Yeah.
As I said at the start, Kevin's not been short of advice from all quarters about how Newcastle should play, who should play. The 11 that are playing at this moment are doing the club proud. Still 10 minutes left of the first half. McManaman. Corner.
Must have just taken a flick off David Batty. Certainly looked to hit it clean enough, but Batty again's the one pressing it just takes a little nick off him. Good spot from Mike Reid.
And from Andy Gray. Redmond. McManaman. Well, they're disputing with each other, Newcastle, as to who should lead the break on the left. Beresford got to it, allowing Aspria to go even further forward. He is in the mood.
Just a little early to start a showboat, I think.
Newcastle are in the lead. And also they've had to come from behind.
I think that's got to be a free kick. It was certainly wonderful ability. I have some sympathy with him at times, man, I really do. Because he's got great ability and sometimes he can embarrass people. You should watch where he drags it back, he's away, there's the leg come out there, there's all sorts of tangles. It's not a deliberate foul, but he's certainly John Barnes impedes him.
Not quite deep enough from the Liverpool point of view, from McAteer from the right. Otherwise it would have dropped for Collymore, unmarked. Ruddock. Well, faint hearts never won football championships. And Newcastle are coming here to the home of Liverpool, where they know a thing or two about winning titles. And Kevin Keegan well aware more than most of that.
Look at Les Ferdinand now,
He's
who's
like
just played the ball.
Bravehearts here.
He's right back at the moment.
Lee. Batty. Beresford picks out Asprilla, who wanted another magical touch for Ferdinand then, and it failed him. McManaman flags up against Rob Jones.
That must have been tight.
Remember, Newcastle starting tonight 3 points behind Manchester United and with an inferior goal difference.
But if they won 4-1, wouldn't they go top?
They would. And they're playing as though that's their main ambition. Batty, championship winner, of course, with Leeds. He got a medal for that, and with Blackburn he refused to accept one with them because he didn't feel he played enough games. Only came back into the side right at the end of the season. Of course, took part here, and Blackburn were crowned at Anfield. Last May, unforgettable, as tonight has been. Even when Liverpool haven't been winning the title, they seem to have been involved in it one way or t'other. Ferdinand.
He's unlucky there, Jason McAdeer. He just hooked the ball back into Les Ferdinand's chest. Referee couldn't really see it.
Batty. Deserved a better touch, really, from Asprilla. McManaman. That's Jones. Redknapp trying to get the second ball, but doing it with too much figure. Newcastle will have to defend the Kop end of the ground in the second half. It's the tsunami you can hear at the moment. They're trying to charge down the kick taken by Sonicek. Beardsley. Good ball from Roddick. McManaman, who let the pace on the ball help him. Watson. Steve Watson stops the corner. Liverpool, who began the half so spectacularly, the corner from which to try and end it on the same note. And at least restored parity at half-time. Barnes. Ruddock. Asprilla against Scales. Asprilla on the sprint. Scales trying to stay with him. And Asprilla couldn't stay with the ball.
I just lost it at the most important time. The run was a good, powerful one. Just when he needed control of the football, well, it just deserted him a little.
And that's Barnes has given it to Asprilla. Wright is there to help. Barnes came back. Asprilla fell to the ground and conducts a personal campaign for a penalty without his teammates really taking up the same line. They were concentrating properly and professionally on getting the ball back, which they did for a moment. Now it's McManaman. Fowler. Collymore. McAteer on the move outside him. Fowler goes near post. McManaman round the back. Fowler! Now Barnes for Redknapp. Barnes goes down. Newcastle aren't happy, but they might have been much unhappier than that, because Robbie Fowler, with a bit more growth on the eyebrows, I think got another header.
I think it took him by surprise, Mark. I fully expected Steve McManaman just to go for goal. He's got a free header, he's about 6 yards out. I just think he took his mate by surprise.
Newcastle put a defender on the line, Steve Howitt. He's switched positions again. Redknapp, but you could see where he was aiming.
Well, he tries to nick it in that corner they did against Blackburn last game of the season last year. Wasn't quite there. But this is a chance that, well, I say Fowler had, but really I think McManaman's got the chance here. Well, maybe he did look for his mate after all, but I think he took Robbie Fowler a little by surprise.
Collymore, Watson's gone down. Collymore's gone on. And it took 3 in the end to stop him. Asprey riding the challenge from Scales. The ball from Ginola for Beardsley. Out comes James.
Great goalkeeping. He must have had a great starting position, David James.
Stoppage time.
I hope his watch is stopped. I'd hate to see this come in this first half. It's been absolutely blistering.
What a half. Well, Ginola has given Newcastle an interval lead. All this after Robbie Fowler had got the game off on a terrific note with an early goal for Liverpool. Les Ferdinand scored the equaliser and set up Ginola. Half-time, Liverpool 1 and Newcastle 2.